you all been? So as I mentioned in my, I don't know what they're called, in a poll on YouTube. Today is the day. We're going to be doing a tattoo tour. I've got a new addition to my sleeve. I've literally got this side of my arm to go, and the sleeve will be finished. I'm still thinking whether I should go onto my hand, What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Should I go onto my hand? Or shall I leave mine that's top of my wrist? Let me know. Right. So without further ado, let's get started. So we'll start with the top of my arm. We've got Pennywise. As you all know, this is a horror sleeve. We've got Pennywise. With the line, it is the new Pennywise. I do prefer the old Pennywise films. Well, it films. However, I think the new one does look a lot more scary. The older one, even though that is the one I prefer, it looks too funny, if you know what I mean. I'm just drinking. A protein shake. Johnson. Right, so that's the first one. This is in order, by the way. Obviously, we all know that this isn't the first time I got. But we've got the red balloon, which he shows to Georgie and a few of his victims. And we've got the boat, the Georgie boat. Next, we've got Terrifier. Actually, I'm gonna rate on how much they're. So you guys tell me how many tattoos you've got, and which was the most painful. So for Pennywise, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. I'd probably give it about a 3. It hurt, but only on the white. Like the 6 hours before were completely fine, and then when he did we had like a half an hour break, and when we came back to do the white, after my arms rolled up, yeah, it did hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Right, Terrifier. This is one of my favourite ones. I just like how realistic it looks. Terrifier, if you haven't watched the films, great films. My favourite is probably Terrifier 1. However, number three is so funny. Obviously, if you don't like horror films, you probably won't find it funny, but for me, I thought it was pretty good. This, for the pain scale in a bicep, definitely one of my most painful tattoos. Probably about an 8.5. If I had to describe the pain, it was alright for about 4 hours, and then the last 3 hours it felt like my arm was getting chopped off. Wasn't great. Right, on one of my favourite tattoos. Let me stand up. Is Billy. I love this one because obviously, as you all know, the Saw franchise. The Saw franchise is some of my favourite horror movies of all time. Well, movies in general of all time. We've even got a little Billy here. Yeah, absolutely love the Saw franchise. I think there's a new one meant to be coming out next year. My mistakes might be this year, or is it next year? Can't quite remember. However, I will be going to see it on the day of its release. And we've got obviously the classic red cheeks for the highlights. And we've got the time 8 and 0. The time 8 and 0 because game over. Okay, next I've got. Go see that. Got Pinhead from about a 6 out of 10. It's not one of my favourite tattoos. I do love it, but obviously I do have a lot of tattoos, so it's definitely not my favourite, but I think it fits well with my sleeve. The sleeve's coming along nicely. And then my newest addition, we've got Chucky, Chucky's Bride. He's Chucky, strangling. His bride. This one, another one that didn't really hurt. Probably about a 3 out of 10. For pain. I think it looks really good. I think it'll complete my arm nicely when I get Michael Myers here. And obviously all these gaps will all be getting filled. So that's my first one. Well, first arm. Next, I should have stayed stood up. We've got this one. We've got a rose and a skull. Holding. Is it a rose bead cross? I saw this design now. I fell in love with it, to be honest. I still really like it now, one of my favourite tattoos. I'm planning on going round this arm with skulls and then taking onto my back piece, which is coming more horror films and blending it that way. So there will be more tattoo tours in the future. As I upgrade and get more. Right. That one, because it was one of the first tattoos I actually got, I'd probably rate like a 5, but I've kind of got used to the pain now and I don't really mind it. But for some reason I feel like I remember that hurting a lot more than this one. But the different tattoo eyes, so I don't know if it was a bit more painful because of that or what. But yeah. Next I'll have to try to show you like this. This is my first ever tattoo. It is, if you can see it roughly, it is a Scottish thistle with some little, I don't know what you call them, scrolls around them. And it is the date my granddad and uncle passed away. So I had that put over my heart. That was my first tattoo. I think I was 17, yeah. I absolutely love it. I still love it to this day just because of the sentimental value. Is that what you call it? Sentimental? I'm not too sure. But I know what I mean anyway. Hopefully you do too. Right, and then for the next ones I'm going to have to put pictures. Okay, I'm going to have to put up a few pictures. Because I've got a moth, which will be out on the screen now, I'm guessing. On my foot. Oh wait, sorry, the one on my chest. Didn't hurt at all really. It was my first tattoo, so obviously I wasn't expecting the pain, but I didn't think it was bad overall, to be honest. It did get a bit sore, going close towards my nipple, but yeah. Anyway, the moth on my foot, honestly, 0. It did not hurt at all, it tickled if anything. It was perfect. I'd have my foot done 1,000 times over before I get my inner bicep done again. But yeah, I've got a deaf moth on my foot, And then moving up my leg, I got one a holiday with a few of my mates a couple months back on my ankle, which will be up here, and it says, love a boogie me girl, I love a boogie me girl. And no one will understand it because it is an inside joke between me and a few of my friends, but we all know what it means, we all love the tattoo. Yeah, it's just a memory we're going to have forever, really. And last but not least, I've got if it literally, every time I stood up, all the blood would rush down to my leg because it was trying to heal quicker, and I'd just get cramp in my calf every time I tried to move. It was awful. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this toad.